Yeah. What we doing? Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hate? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Grand rising. To all my overseas brothers and sisters and all my in-state melanated brothers and sisters, welcome to another episode of Bearded Conversation, man. Today is Manday, man. Hey, appreciate everybody for being in the building, man. First and foremost, big ups to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video. Secondly, man, big up to the best moderators in the game. Y'all know who y'all are, man. Y'all can't get in. Big Frank, Gear Bear, Dave, and last but not least, my big bro, Professor Remo, bringing up this real for show, man. And we can't forget about them queens. We got the First Lady, Miss Gigi, Gaming Palace. We got Miss Starworth Markets, LLC. We got the beautiful Miss Asha Brooks. And last but not least, we got Miss Cece Craven, Carefully. Hey, man, y'all know what it is, man. Stay locked in, stay tuned in, man. Hey, we should have a good show tonight. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to share it, man. Pull your phones out. Hey, share with 3 more people. Tell those 3 more people to share with 3 more people. Also, before we get up out of here, man, and I'll let y'all re-rock. Hey, don't forget to check out Lynn Chicago Pizza, Dan Soul Food and Bakery, Urban Lux Cafe where grown folks play, in the house of health and wellness, man. Check all those 5 melanated businesses out, man. Hey, and when you get there, let them know that Bearded Conversation sent you. You might get a discount. Hey, but y'all know how I like to do, man. I like to let y'all hit a theme song without any interruptions and my voice in the back. So without further ado, man, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all get down and enjoy that.
Yeah, we coming off the block with this one. Yes, sir. Yeah. What up, Lan? Yeah. What we doing? Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hate? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us.
Off the block, giving it back.
Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Damn. Got it off the block, forming a dynasty from a rock. Lay back in the cut, press play, can't get enough. Yo, let's chop it up in every location. A Bearded conversation, opportunity keep knocking like child support payments. Started from the bottom like basements, now we famous. Podcast official, the topic will probably hit you from a distance like a pistol. Subscribe so you can listen to survival of the fittest. We talking it how we living it. Rolling like a dealership, managing several businesses. T-shirts, podcast, no, you don't need a membership. Just follow us on YouTube, Knowledge Supreme Infinite. Chicago got a zipping exotic, let's talk about it. Going live, check your notifications so you can holler or leave it in the comments, debate it, just being honest. Chicago topics, worldwide views, we supersonic, big Genghis Khan can circle back round like every week. Tell a friend off the block, it's where we meet. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back to hood lovers. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back. Come on. The hood lovers, off the block, giving it back. The hood lovers, broadcasting live. Off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Yo. Welcome to another episode of Bearded Conversation. I'm your host, Beard Genghis Khan, a.k.a. the Con Man, BKA Mr. BGK. What's going on, everybody, man? What's happening? Hey, first and foremost, y'all know how I like to start every show, man. Let's keep everybody in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. Miss CC, let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations.
One last time, let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, views, and meditations. That's everyone that we come in contact with on a day-to-day basis. That means people we're cordial with. That means our families, our extended families, and more especially our Bearded Conversation, Bearded Studios, and our Bad TV family, man. You know what I'm saying? We just want to let everybody know that, hey man, it's a support system out here. It's a team out here. If you think you ain't got nobody or nothing like that, man, we just want to let you know shit. We got a safe place for ones to come, you know what I'm saying, to get their opinions out, you know what I'm saying, speak their truths and be able to leave without nobody hating them or we got an open platform, a forum here on Bearded Conversation where, no matter what we're talking about or, what I'm saying, no matter what you feel and your understandings and your opinions, we encourage and we invite, and we understand. And we understand. So, man, just like my homeboy Roscoe would say, man, he ain't here today, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but speaking of my co-host, man, big ups to Roscoe P, L Boogie, man. You know what I'm saying? And my co-host with the most is my little one, A Jizzle. But like Roscoe would say, man, if ain't nobody told you today that they love you, man, hey, we love you here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Again, man, we just want to say keep everybody in your thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. And also, don't forget to live by those 5 key components, man. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. Love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. One last time, that's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. That's what we go by and live by here on this channel, Bearded Conversation. So with that being said, man, before we get into anything, man, and disrupt the masses and shit like that, well, I don't really think I disrupt the masses, but just in case, people be in their feelings, you know what I'm saying? The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. I don't mean to hurt, to harm, or to offend. One more time, I don't mean to hurt, harm, or to offend. Please do not take any advice given or anything shown on this video stream for face value without consulting the proper professional that suits your specific needs. Please do your due diligence. Again, please do your due diligence. Please do your proper vet work. Please do your research. And don't forget to get that second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth opinion. Also, we don't want you going out here robbing no banks, starting no revolts, telling your boss what he can take, how he can turn his ways, and where to put it. But you can't get no money out of me. And again, as you can see, Roscoe P, L Boogie, and the co-host with the Moses ain't nowhere to be found. So yeah, please, like I say, man, just take your time, investigate, research, get your footwork in, and not just what we talking about, just anything you decide to do throughout your journey in this thing that we call life. You know what I'm saying? Check the facts and shit, Just don't turn on the TV and say, what they talking about is what they talking about, Well shit, or don't get on this YouTube platform. I don't give a hell who channel or whatever you watching and be like, oh shit, it say CNN, or it say MSNBC, or it say Fox News, or it say this, that, and the third, and think that, you know what I'm saying, the shit that they spewing out is golden, you know, and here as well. You know what I'm saying? Everything is all, like I say, opinionated, in nature, and again, a lot of the things that we discuss and talk about here is, it's collaborate. We're trying to make it a collaborative effort, for everybody to come together and try to change their circumstances. You know what I'm saying? So again, I always ask, man, listen, I'm looking for 25 good people, man. Anybody with any ideas, networking opportunities, real estate, money, funding, know-how, let's get together. You know what I'm saying? And let's start building, one community at a time, one individual at a time. You know, these are some of the things that, if we look on this news, man, and we look and we hear, and if we decide to really get into the shit that they be talking about, like with a lot of these executive orders that your boy's signing, like some are harmful, some not harmful. And I don't want to, get off it to him like that too much. But shit again, man, just have a plan. But yeah, man. But big ups to everybody that's on the stream, man. Pull them phones out, man. Share this live with 3 more people. Tell those 3 more people to share with 3 more people, man. And let's get to it.
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
Like he said, hey, man, few things, not nothing major. Hey, man, over the weekend, man, y'all heard about your boy Marvin Sapp? Hey, told, hey, lock them doors. Lock them doors. Lock them doors. Close the motherfucking door. Lock them doors. Did you hear me? Lock them doors. Hey man, I got woo 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 in here. I need woo 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 to get $20 to woo 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 because I should be able to walk up out of here with woo woo woo. I say, oh shit. I say, man. Listen, now don't get me wrong. We know this shit's been going on. It's been going on. Like this ain't this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Brother Fox? It ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? What was shown or what he was saying, it ain't shit, dude. It was just funny, man. The fact that, we still trying to push and bring that shit to the forefront. Like, come on, man. We know that shit, man. That's just what they do. What they do. Listen, if you into that type of shit or that type of lifestyle and that spiritual living, man, like that type of shit that people show, and honestly, and I'm gonna keep it 100, even though I don't fuck with the churches, you know what I'm saying, no more, or do all that extra shit. You feel me? And no disrespect to the ones that do, but I'm just saying. But if you involved in that type of shit, like when people show these type of things, I don't really think that's the type of shit that's gonna deter me from being attached to that shit. Because again, that's the traditions of that shit. That's the culture of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why they try to incorporate it. You know what I'm saying? They say you got to pay your tithes and like with the lingo and shit. Like, so when people be trying to expose that type of shit, like who do they really like? Like that shit. I just found it funny as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because it was because for me, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because the way I synced it now, like just from taking that shit from all different aspects of being a church follower or not being a church follower or inside or out. He was a strong arming niggas to me. It wasn't no more. He ain't say he was. The man say, no, we ain't passing the collection plate around. That's what he said. He say, we gonna bring no motherfucking plates up to the front. And I want to see each and every individual pull whatever they gonna pull out their pocket to see what they finna donate before. Basically like shit, if you get up there and you pull out $1, no, you gonna have to keep digging or you ain't going. Oh, that shit was wild, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Usually they pass the collection plate around. You know what I'm saying? And then, no lie, man, you get your motherfucking donors in the building, man. You know, you get your regular church goers that might throw 200-300 in the pot. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know, which is cool. Yeah, it's a business, man. It's a business. It's a business. You know, so again, like, that shit, it was just funny to me because it's a business. Like anything else. Like even when I said church is gonna be privatized and people, were saying that it already is. Yeah, it is to a certain degree, but that church shit is gonna be super privatized. Privatized to the point where if you don't make, goddamn it, a certain amount of money, they not even finna let motherfuckers be part of congregations. You hear me? If you ain't making at least, goddamn it, 3, 4, 500,000, yeah, you can't come to this church. That's how they gonna privatize. Right now, they letting that shit open to the public. Come as you are type. You know what I'm saying? And you can throw your little twos and fews in there. You know, when that church shit become privatized, man, you gonna have to have that guap just to even attend. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they looking for donation and investments. You know what I'm saying? Investors into the church. You know, but I mean, I ain't saying everybody, but it's just some. So person say, what is it that you want to say? What is it that you want to say? I don't understand, person. What you trying to say, brother? Sean Nicola says the community shame wasn't bad enough. He said, now God hate you too. Oh, that shit was crazy. But P Mac, man, please. I don't understand what you said. You said, what is it that you want to say? Who you talking about, P Mac? I don't know, man. You always come in with the foolery. With the foolery, P Mac. You always come in with the foolery. I don't know. Maybe you was responding to something that I said, but I don't know. I'm just gonna stop. Yeah. So P Mac, let me ask you a question because I don't understand what you just asked, and I ain't even get into that. Have you talked to your boy Roscoe? I texted him a few times. Said he was gonna pop up, but he ain't pop up. Hopefully he okay. But yeah, man. But yeah, they gonna privatize the shit out these churches in a minute. And You know how we always say, man, we got 1,001 churches in our community? That shit's finna stop too. If you notice, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these smaller churches there, they pop up, but they don't last long. You know what I'm saying? These little storefront churches, they don't last long. You know, and if you a small church building, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of decent in the community, you know what I'm saying, you really got to be a staple and really be doing some shit, you know what I'm saying, in order for that community to rock with you, for you to stay in there. Now that might, but even then, but that ain't. I'm talking about like the mega churches, no mega church. Them motherfuckers just ain't letting anybody in no mega churches. You know what I'm saying? And church, that's how church finna be. All right. I'm telling y'all, man, listen, we need to get our own church here on Beard and Conversation. No, let me stop. I ain't doing all that, man. Listen, I'm not, you know, for the ones that's watching, man, I'm not making fun or I'm not saying that one should do this or one shouldn't do that. You know, again, you know, just my opinions, just the way I feel, the way I think, you know what I'm saying, how I approach, however I approach, you know what I'm saying. I just think, you know, we should be careful. You know, like I say, it's a business. We should be careful. See, though, boy, what's going on, man? My residential Dominican from the Dominican Republic. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just think, you know, when we approach, you know, like I say, the approach that I take to things, you know, again, these are my opinions. You know, again, I know some people have a stronger based faith and dedication in the game, you know, when it comes to this thing called religion or spirituality or whatever you want to call it, even though these things could be different or they could be one and the same, depending upon how you contextualize it. Uh, as far as the Bible and things of that nature. You know, I'm not knocking it. You know, I'm not speaking bad about it or against it. You know, just like shit, school, college, it ain't for everybody. You know, sports, some people can play, some people can't. It ain't for everybody. You know, chess, some people can play, some people can't. It ain't, you know, certain things just ain't for everybody. So, you know, I don't want nobody to get mad about none of the shit we talking about. But yeah, man, church, they gonna privatize the churches. They gonna want y'all to have a certain amount of money to even be able to get into the churches. You know what I'm saying? Same thing when they get rid of the public schools. When they get these private schools going, you know, if you ain't in a certain tax bracket, your child gonna be miseducated or misundereducated, however you want to put it. Now, you know, we gonna put, you know, even though the unemployment rate is horrible now, just think about it now. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna put us more in a rut. You know what I'm saying? So now we're not getting educated. Now they're going to cast us to a certain side of the world. They're going to feed us and give us what they need to give us. Now they're going to have control. Man, this shit is finna. Okay. Then we got AI. You know, ChatGPT. You know what I'm saying? Trying to download itself onto other servers and shit and lying to the people, telling the people, you know what I'm saying? No, man, that wasn't me. I don't even know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? Why would I do that? You know? Come on, man. So listen, if it ain't the powers that be, who the people who we think we voting for, you know what I'm saying, who getting paid off by motherfuckers to put certain laws and shit in place, you know what I'm saying, to help and protect us, either it's them or either it's gonna be this motherfucking 1% that we think we know what the hell we talk about when we say this 1%, when we mention all this Illuminati and all these motherfucking families that ain't nobody, I ain't gonna say nobody know about, but but you know, when all that conspiracy shit started coming out, and you know, I'm saying, oh shit now, conspiracy, you know, about the Bilderbergs and the Rothschilds and all that old crazy, y'all know all that crazy shit. But again, man, all that shit is nonetheless. But basically, man, look, check it out. Get fucking ready, man. Get ready, get prepared. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself involved in things that's going to help push and guide your narrative into a different position, into a better position. That's all the fuck I'm saying. Period. Whether if the church gonna do it, goddamn it, attach yourself to the church. You know what I'm saying? If going back to school and just like the other day, man, when my man came on with that cybersecurity shit, hey y'all, you know they got classes, free classes out here. I just figured this shit out. Some shit, man. I'm finna try to take this free class at no cost. Like I mentioned, at Harvard, man, on artificial intelligence systems. And then after that, I'm thinking about trying to take this class in cybersecurity. You know what I'm saying? Because you know we had a presentation. My homeboy, he ain't really get off into it, but he spoke he spoke enough for me to be able to catch it, but I want to have him back on so he can really speak to the people, like open. I mean, he might have been a little nervous. You know, I know a lot of times, man, when you coming up here and giving presentations and trying to present shit to people and do things. I know, you know, especially when you ask, it could be the first time, it could be, you know, unnerving a little bit. But I'm gonna try to get him back in, man, and get him a little bit, you know, more comfortable. I should say. And again, because I wanted him to do a presentation, I guess he wanted a more back and forth conversation, like question. So I'm gonna have some questions ready for him, and I'm gonna really get him to open up and tell us about the cybersecurity shit, because this shit is interesting, man. You know, because there are ways that it's ways that we can fight against that shit. But again, there, Big D, what's going on? But again, even though, man, it's a plan. Like I say, you know, privatization of schools, privatization of the church. You know what I'm saying? Separating us, putting us off into a fucking box. You know what I'm saying? Like the cycle is starting to repeat. It's starting to repeat. I was watching a program, and a young man said that, you know, people of color don't understand economics or economical development. You know what I'm saying? And what that is and what that means, and how important that is to understand. Um, and you know, a few people got mad, you know, at the brother. That, you know, they started questioning whether he was black or whether he was white. Which either listen, either way, you know what I'm saying. If the comment was made either way by a black, yellow, brown, blue, green, purple, or orange man, you know what I'm saying. Um, and let me ask my chat. You do okay as melanated people. And if you ain't melanated, just give an opinion. I don't give a just come on as a people, do you guys think that we as a people, and I ain't even say as a whole, just even as fucking individuals, we gonna simplify this. You know what I'm saying? Even as individuals, do you guys think we understand economical development? Do you think we understand economics? Do you understand we really understand, or as a minority, do you really think we understand what money is and what it can do and the factors of it? Or do you think we just in this motherfucker just living because they didn't gave us something and told us what it is and this is how we gonna approach, you know what I'm saying, our daily lives? Y'all chime in with me, chat. Hey, what he say? Mike T say Elon just sold X to an AI based company. I didn't even know that. Mm, mm.
What's good, my brother?
What's
My
going on
bad.
with you?
I'm
How you
out here
feel?
working. Hey, I didn't die.
What you talking about? You ain't died, brother.
Remember Saturday? Was it
Oh
Saturday?
yeah, Saturday morning. Yeah, you was sick. Yeah,
That shit creeped.
that's what's up, brother. That's good. I'm glad you feeling better. I'm glad you feeling better. What's going on? Where you at?
but I'm door dashing, dog. I gotta get some money for my kid's birthday. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah, you know we gotta do the Disney thing, bro. So that shit gets expensive when you got 8.
Uh,
But
it
what
ain't-
I wanted to say about your question, bro, I think we are so accustomed to not having it that
mm,
we don't think long run. We think more like sprint. You know what I mean? Where it's always like, okay, I got it now, right? I'm gonna get it back. You know what I'm saying? I don't, and I would say as a whole, no race, no color, no, just in general. You know what I'm saying? There's two type of people: one that puts $30 in gas, and one that fills their tank. You know what I mean? But if we bring in it culturally, I think we know a lot less than we think we do.
mm-hmm,
You know what I mean?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like
Facts.
on
I
the
agree.
like for example on the religion thing, where I know Jewish people that will drive 45 minutes to give their money to another Jew. I feel if minorities, if we did that, they can't stop us.
Yeah. Hey, Shawnee Cole is he said the fuck? He said, no, these kids out here understand money and know what to do with it. Um, yeah, spend it. You know what I'm saying? They
Right,
know to
right,
spend it.
right.
Oh, Glenn,
Managing.
hey man, hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey man, Glenn B, my homeboy from France is in the building. What's going on, Glenn B? No time, no see, my brother. How you feel, man? My bad, man. I got excited, man. I ain't seen my man in a long time, man. Roscoe ain't in the. I wish Roscoe was here, man. See, that's what I'm talking about. What's going on, Glenn? Uh, but yeah, so But back to what Shania Corlord, he say nah, these kids out here understand money and what to do with it. But see, yeah, as far as spending, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, spending. You know, I believe that's what they know what to do with it. Yeah, good. Yeah, good to see you, man. Yeah, good to see you, man. Good to see you. He said we as a people are not economically or financially literate. My part that see now that's what I want. That's what I'm talking about, Derek. That's what I'm talking about. So when the man made that statement on the other show that that I was watching, it upset some people and it upset, what I'm saying, some melanated people. And I was sitting here like I wasn't upset and bothered by it because in the long run, my youth organization helping building the youth, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the primary things and focuses that I want to instill and bring to the community as far as teaching financial literacy to the youth. You know what I'm saying? And when I say financial literacy, not only of course, because of course it includes your foundations of mathematic disciplines, but we want to teach kids what a checking account is, what a savings account is, what an escrow account is. You know what I'm saying? What's a business account? You know what I'm saying? Teach them what these things are. Teach them what a checkbook is. Teach them how to write and fill out proper forms when they're going to the bank and understanding what they're not asking for. Um, Also stocks and bonds, you know what I'm saying, incorporating that, as a whole, as not only with the youth, but with their parents, stocks and bonds and things of that nature. I'm not into Bitcoin and stuff like that, but that could be something later on. But it's just the foundation and the basic premise of economic principle. You know what I'm saying? Understanding, about how to put businesses and incorporate businesses inside of your community and teaching the value and the understanding of that dollar circulating and penetrating amongst your people. You know what I'm saying? Where it's touching people that look like your hands. So now when you go to these alderman's office, but now when you go to these congressional district meetings, you know what I'm saying? You as a people in your community have power. You have the income. You have the push. You have the drive. You know what I'm saying, to get things done, because that's what a lot of people understand out here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to push and say, God damn it, let's be pro. That's what any community. Look at these Jewish communities. Look at these Polish communities. Look at these Asian communities. Any fucking where you go, bro, you got a Chinatown. You got a motherfucking Jew town. You got a fucking, you know what I'm saying, Greek town. You have these places. And inside of those towns, guess what those businesses are? Owned by motherfuckers that's of that ethnicity. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? And when they go shopping and when they come the fuck outside, guess where they go? They go right there to them little small motherfucking places. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they don't spend no money outside, but guess what? Guess where they fucking go first? They go there first. You know what I'm saying? Mm. And not only do they go there first, when they go online, see, we don't understand. See, listen, see, so and that's again with the fucking technology. See, we use the fucking technology to get zoned the fuck out on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook and scrolling and looking up shit and getting bad information and misinformation, or just want to fuck with each other because it's a social app. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't, when they come outside, bro, when they go inside of their communities to shop, even when they go online on their fucking phones, guess what? Apps, pages, clothes, shit that's getting shipped to them or sponsored to them is by motherfuckers outside where they fucking from. You know what I'm saying? That's what and they shipping that shit here. They not even buying out. This shit, wow. We don't even do that, bro. We get these fucking apps, bro. We got Zeus's, and we don't even own the fucking Zeus apps. We got the Tubies. We don't even own the fucking Tubies. I don't even think do a motherfucking minority own the fucking app. Matter of fact, I think Zeus is a minority owned app. But look at, and don't get me wrong, I fuck with Zeus because I watch the baddies. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I do, you know what I'm saying, how my fair share of ratchetness that I watch. I ain't saying, you know what I'm saying.
Me too.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, but as far as on because I understand that it's entertainment too as well, even though sometimes I'll be like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But I get it, it's entertainment. Tasteless may it be, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, some people are into what they into, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Shania Corley says, on their family, my G, he said, I know personally from my work with my local high school, 8 kids that save, invest, and pay for their fam. He say these kids working 24 hours above table and probably 30 in the hood. He said they smart now. They won't even scam no more because they know it's over. Okay, well, Shawnee Core, Lord, I mean, and don't get me wrong, you know, it's ones out there that know a little better. Like I got one that go to work and go to school. He's in high school. He go to work and go to school, and you know what I'm saying, take care of his business. You know, so and I get that. It's a few that do, but it's a lot that don't. You know, just I guarantee you, just out of the handful of kids that you know what I'm saying that disruptive shit happened down there a couple days ago here in Chicago when they was downtown fighting and I think one young man got unalived and all that shit. I guarantee you, none of them motherfuckers doing none of that. So 3, 4, 500 kids down there. Yeah, I guarantee you, none of them motherfuckers doing that. See, as a whole, yeah, we talking like you said 8. I might know 5. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a start, and that's something that we should lean on, of course. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to be opposed to that. Those are something we supposed to be leaning towards and leaning on. And, you know, hopefully, you know, we can mature and procure those minds, those young minds to help it matriculate into, you know what I'm saying, a big enough thing to where other youth and other people gravitate to and latch on to it and push it as well. So don't get me wrong, yeah, it's a few, but as a whole, like that shit just ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? It ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't evolving like it should be. Faze, what's going on, Faze? Appreciate you for joining the stream in the chat, man. Hit that like button. You know, hey, sub up to the channel. Sub up to the channel. Hey, Derek D, he say, yep. Yeah, man. So, but again, that's why I say as a whole, like D say, you know what I'm saying, we as a people, we are not economically or financially literate. You know what I'm saying? To the point where we understand what it can do and how it can work for us. You know what I'm saying? I think we understand money. Yes, well, of course, don't get me wrong. We understand money, you know, as far as what this reality, what this surface shit give us, we understand money. We know what it is, man. We know, you know, and I hate that fucking narrative about, you know, we lazy and no, we ain't lazy shit. Motherfuckers understand money. Motherfuckers know you gotta get up, you gotta go to work, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, walk up the band, pay the bills, and I say I get it in that premise. But guess what? While you're doing that, there are ways to better financially put you on a different spot or space and place in life. You know what I'm saying? Like even with, and I don't even want to push this narrative because I don't really know too much about it. You know what I'm saying? I'll pretty say you feel me. Yeah, Shawnee Accord, Lord. You feel me? Yeah, don't get me wrong. I know it's young guys out there and young ladies out there that know what's going on. And I like the fact that so and big salutes to those 8 that you know and a few that I know and a few that we all may know. You know what I'm saying? Flowers to those young people because, you know, they are changing the narrative. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we got other young brothers and sisters watching those other young men and women and want to be like, yeah, let's do this. Because like Sean say, man, they know that scamming shit ain't working. You know what I'm saying? You know, and some kids do know that. You know, some kids do that and they know that shit's over, you know? And that shit was just for a little trend. You know what I'm saying? That scamming shit, it hit. You know, I know a motherfucker that was doing that shit with the cars. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that shit no more. You know, he decided now, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was some trouble that slowed it down, but you know, it was like, nah, fuck that. You know, it's trying to get a job. You know what I'm saying? They say what it, and then that shit ain't guaranteed, man. You know what I'm saying? The trouble you got to go through when you think it's easy, you know, but now once you start giving all your energy to that shit, man, the stress that it caused you, a lot of that, and see, that's what a lot of motherfuckers don't tell you. You know what I'm saying? That disappointment when that shit don't hit, you feel, oh man, man. Miss Cece, she said this must have been a national team fight weekend or something. She said there was just a fight here days ago where over 100 teenagers at the Pentagon City Mall. Shaking my head. Yeah, Miss Cece, I don't know what it was. So Miss Gigi was telling me that it's an app that all the kids get on and they link up and you know, say where they gonna meet up at and all this bullshit about what they gonna do. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true or how they do it or how they set it up. But again, that's still dangerous within itself. And for young and for the kids to think that this shit is cool to do, knowing that this you don't know who the fuck is on this app and who is seeing what and who going there to do what. You know what I'm saying? She said it was ridiculous. Shaking my head. There's a lot of videos online too. They look like a freaking zoo animals. That's what I'm saying. Out here in Chicago with the same thing. So I don't know what that was about. I don't know if that was a nationwide thing or if that was some things to do in a couple of cities, but I know it was done here a few days. Like you said, it was out there where you was at. This shit is crazy. Like Again, like I say, instead of using that app for y'all to meet up, use that. Like, man, we that's what I'm saying, bro. Listen, that fucking what that shit that Silicon Valley shit. Why we ain't got one? Come on, man. We got some great fucking minds.
Yo, can I share a story right quick? Speaking about what we're speaking about.
Yeah, hold on. Let me read this comment, then I'll let you go. So Shawnee Aquilo says they watch our failures and learn quick. He say problem is where they learn from, but love for all of them because we all lost. That's true. Miss Cece says, "Oh wow, that's crazy. They need to start spending their time doing more productive things." Yeah, that's true. Go ahead, see. Don't share your story.
So speaking of the apps though, so my son, he's 22, bro. So you know what I'm saying? He's a little tiger off the leash, I guess if that's the right word. So what these apps do for the car, like the car racing, and when they're gonna, you know what I'm saying, do the donuts or whatever. So my son goes, bro. Something breaks out. His best friend, though, wasn't sitting shotgun, but was standing on the passenger side of the car, bro. Gets shot in the face. You know what I'm saying? Where I looked at my son and I was like, you don't know if that bullet was for you. The kid could have just missed and hit your friend. But if, you know what I'm saying? That's what it took to calm him down a little bit because he still thinks he's like a tough guy. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, right, like what you're saying about these apps and everybody meeting up where shit get real. You know what I'm saying? It's fun and it's all shits and giggles till shit hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? Well, my son's best friend got shot in the face. He didn't die. But if you need more of a warning shot than that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it was off the apps of meeting up and everybody meets up and then you know what I'm saying, and you put a bunch of little dudes with testosterone in one place and bad things can happen, bro. So I just wanted to share that story, my testimony, because you know what I'm saying, we live it. That could have been my son that got shot in the face. Then what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I say that just like, yo, be careful out here, dude. Right, put your mind where your money is and put your money where your mind at.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Basically, in a nutshell, that I like the way you basically put your mind where your money is, and I got my mind on my money on my mind. Hey, exclude the finger on the trigger and the hand on the nine part. You know what I'm saying? Exclude that part. Oh man. But yeah, man. So and again, bro, it be a lot of young ladies there too. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Hey, but like so back to my initial, you know what I'm saying? Like D say, he say, man, ain't had nothing since Black Wall Street. Now don't get me wrong, we didn't had a bunch of individuals perform and come out on top and be great, successfully. As individuals. And listen, I'm not listen, I'm happy for that. You know what I'm saying? This isn't a space where we're going to talk about um why we're not getting anything from those individuals. See, this ain't that space. You know what I'm saying? This is the space where, we want to help everyone not accumulate, maybe the amount of wealth, but just achieve a part of it, and let people know that there are ways that you can be actively involved, you know what I'm saying, in making or helping create generational wealth besides meeting up on these fucking apps while y'all young and wasting y'all fucking time and out here being wild and crazy. You know what I'm saying? And also even to the adults, because shit, it's everybody down there wasn't no kid. I believe it'd be adults on these apps too, just looking for dumb shit to do. You know what I'm saying? And promoting and it's just stupid shit, man. Instead of taking the time out, man, to learn some shit, man, and help make shit better. But with the Black Wall Street comment, a lot of times, man, we get scared and psychologically, that fear that we have of everything always being taken. And, so maybe that's why we have individuals who may contribute or do what they do on a small basis or somewhere else, or whatever they got because of, what I'm saying, that psychological of them psychological change that's still wrapped around, what I'm saying, our circumference, that we ain't seen to break free from, and we don't know how to debug or deprogram, you know what I'm saying? So anytime we think we're going to achieve, the first thing we say that, oh man, they ain't going to do shit but tear it down and take us from us anyway. Like, it's like we losing that will to fight. And then, and what's crazy is because the young folks got that will to fight, but it's that they losing the lack of fucking, it's something missing. you know, and for the older people, it's like we scared of we scared and we know it's something missing, but but by us being scared, sometimes it's hard to reach these little motherfuckers to get in and try to help put what that missing part, what I'm saying, and give them that missing part, so we just got to keep trying to stay focused, man. But even within us though, man, even like right now, man, I try to tell a lot of people, man, it's never too late to learn, and it's never too late to get an understanding about some things, man, and try to incorporate those things in your life. And if you do got youth that's around you, if it's the family, man, start it for the family. Get your family on track. It ain't meant for you to all the time get out here and help 100 motherfuckers. Get your family on track. You know what I'm saying? You know. He say, "Nah, man, too many." Yeah, it is. Derek say we really got to get it together. Yeah, that's facts. We do got to get it together, man. We do. He say no more. He say, thankfully your son and say Cito wishes him. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was some crazy shit, But again, like I say, man, this the shit that these are the things that we suffer from when, like I say, like this the shit that we get on these apps and do. I got a brother that I know, man. He created an app. It's called the Melanated People app. For people that's doing good things, man. It's an app that you can download. I think it's in people Google stores or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And it keeps people connected and melanated people connected from all over the world. You know what I'm saying? With ideas that's doing things and that's trying to work. And it's called the Melanated People app. I don't know how popular the app is. I actually got the app downloaded, and I don't be on it that much. But I did make a profile and I do frequent, but I just don't be on it like I be on everything else. But it's more of a network and it's not really an entertainment value type app where, you know what I'm saying? So again, but it's still good for networking. It's still good for certain opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So like stuff like that, people don't know how to take advantage of those type of apps and those type of things. You know what I'm saying? It's all about again this quick TikTok, this Instagram, this posting the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The shit that catch your eyes. And if you catch your listen, you see some. Sometimes, man, you might think you hungry or some shit, but you don't really be that hungry. But then when you see some shit, your eyes get wide. But then when you get it, it's like, oh shit, I ain't on all this shit. You know what I'm saying? It would be like that, you know? But in this case, they be wanting all that bullshit because that's all their minds be focused on. He say true, but we have to band together like the Mexican, the Jews, and the whites. You know what, D? Um, yeah, don't get me wrong, and yeah. So listen, D. And I say this all the time, man, and I ain't said this in a while. I'm not really looking for unity. And don't get me wrong, I know unity is the thing that we need, and that's the goal. But I be trying to start small. I say, man, let's find a commonality. You know what I'm saying? Let's find one primary focus or one primary goal that we all can agree upon that we need. You know what I'm saying, to be working towards, and let's work towards that. Let's stay committed and convicted towards, the commonality, something that we all have in common. Don't get me wrong, that still includes unity, but I know the unity you're talking about is as a whole. No matter what the fuck is going on, if we gonna attack it together, we gonna be one together, we gonna fight together. See, but again, bro, it's hard when them change is still there. And don't get me wrong, D. Listen, it could be me, you, and goddamn it, so that's two. Like we could be like the 300, man. We can get 298 going good motherfuckers. But man, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to gain that many people in the masses. And don't get me wrong, it's because we so focus on others' people goals and commonalities instead of focusing on our goals. You know what I'm saying? And commonalities and things that we want and things that we have in common as a whole and as a people. We so divisive. Well, I ain't gonna say not necessarily. Well, we are too, but it's set up to where everything is so fucking segregated when we really when people think this integration thing is, nah, man, shit is still segregated. Shit is still segregated. You know what I'm saying? It's still segregated, and I don't think we understand that. As a people just yet. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I believe in segregation as a people for our people. I don't think it should be. I don't think integration should have been implemented into our communities and societies as quick as it was. But again, shit, will we have been better off? Maybe because we were thriving. You know what I'm saying? And we still had a purpose and a point to the shit that we were doing. The music we was making certainly wasn't this type of music. The behavior, yes, we still have people that did drugs and drunk and people cussing, beating domestic. But was it as heavy as it is today? No, it wasn't. Don't get me wrong. So and then we got to think about this too. They do the drugs in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Then they threw the guns in the mix. You know what I'm saying? And listen, again, I know people get mad at Kanye when he be like slavery is a choice. So let me ask the people, do you think the way that we live it right now is a choice? And then don't get me wrong, yeah, I speak about all the and L Boogie, man, my co-host has been on the show before, and he spoke about all the systematic ways of that ones implement to keep us from doing what we, you know what I'm saying. But again, do you think it's a choice? Do you think it's by choice or by force the way we live in today? You know what I'm saying? That's the real question. Do you think it's by choice or by force? Do you think we make these choices and decisions? Because again, I, I get it. I see this shit. I might wake up and see this shit every day, but I'm not out here killing. I'm not out here doing drugs. I'm not out here robbing. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. And I know plenty of brothers and sisters that's not out here doing those things and making those choices and decisions. Are those because what I want you to understand is when we hear and we talk about that violence, even when we come on this channel and we talk about it and that's just senseless. Yeah, it be senseless, but in their world or because you understand me, even though that world ain't as global as it may look and portrayed on the media and that narrative, but those small things in those small places, they still happen. And don't get me wrong, and that's why I always talk about the city and I try to highlight the city, especially in Chicago, with all the deaths and the murders and the things that happen here. Those are small incidents. Those are not everyday type of shit like how they try to push and promote it. You know what I'm saying? The unalive and BS happens everywhere across the globe. It don't matter what city, state you in. It don't matter what color, ethnic background you come from. You know what I'm saying? The things happen. Things happen. That and again, when you go to other countries, if you're stealing, they chopping your hands off. Why you think they chopping your hands off? Because the shit happens so much. Okay, we gonna stop it at the bud. You know what I'm saying? If we show motherfuckers we chopping hands off, it ain't gonna happen. That's why the penalties are so fucking severe. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be cultural and tradition why the motherfuckers are so severe. I don't know. I ain't from over there. I'm just only speculating to give it my opinion. But again, like this shit happens all over the world. It happens everywhere. Hey, yeah, hey, come on, D. Yeah, most definitely, man. Anybody, hey, also, man, let me let the people know too, man. This is an open platform. This is an open forum, man. Listen, y'all ain't got to sit up here and listen to me babble about anything, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all think I'm wrong, if y'all want to tell me to shut the hell up, you don't know what you're talking about. This is my opinion. This is my point of view. I want to say this. Hey, man, y'all are more than welcome to hit that link in the chat. I do apologize. There's going to link right there. It's posted, man. I will be posting the link in the chat periodically throughout the communication, man. And again, we're on from 9 to 11 p.m. So we got about another hour. Or if the conversation get good, y'all know how we like to run over sometime. But hey, man, if you want to join the stream, man, feel more than free to hit that link in the chat. But if you want to stay in the chat, man, and to support the chat, hey, you can do that as well. Also, hey, man, I don't have a super chat on right now, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, please feel free to donate to the channel. You know what I'm saying? You can either hit that cash app or hit that $ in the comment section. Oh, man. Hey, and don't forget, man, do me a favor, man. Everybody that's in the building, if you ain't done it,
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
oh, all right. Okay, you back? You back? You back?
Yeah, I'm out here. I didn't want to interrupt the show, though, but I did have something to say right quick. Where as a young people understand, sometimes you got to be the pioneer. You know what I mean? And that's what I think young people are kind of scared of. If nobody else did it, why would I be able to do it? Things like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Then and that's part of the, you know what I'm saying? It's happened to our culture forever. Right, would knock one down, let one succeed. Right, if you skew the numbers, right, nobody wants to be the hero. Okay? Like you said, all heroes don't wear capes. But you can't be afraid to be the hero.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hey, that's true, man. That's true. And listen, just like how, like the Martin Luther King, man, out of all the black people that we got, right? We get a holiday. They give Martin Luther King a holiday. Trump get in office, and then he unleashed these fouls about MLK, and now you got people talking about, well, was MLK really good for the people? Did he really help the people? Or who was he for? Or did the CIA? Man, listen. Who gives a fuck at the end of the day? Are you for you? You know what I'm saying? Are you for you? And you and if you ain't for you, you ain't for your goddamn people, period. If you ain't out
Right.
here doing if you ain't out here doing this shit trying to motivate, inspire, and find some type of love, peace, and respect within yourself, you know what I'm saying? And putting that shit into your family and resonating that shit, trying to create generational wealth, or just like how Fox say all the time, God damn it, I ain't no babysitter. At least send your kid to school with some type of something, you know what I'm saying? And now you get mad at me when I'm sending him back home to you, telling you that your damn child is, you know what I'm saying? And listen, he's not performing well, man. Can we try this?
I like how you switched that up.
And then you looking at me as the educator, as the one that's telling you this, like, what the fuck? You the one that's supposed to be. See, that's why he don't know shit, because this is what going on at home. So I can only imagine, if I'm trying to talk to you about your child, I can only imagine how your child corresponds with you if he's trying to ask you or she's trying to ask you something, especially as far as dealing with help. And I'm not saying that's the case with everybody, but I'm just saying, but that shit correlates on how we interact and how that shit affects and how people grow up. And I'm not saying everybody's trauma the same trauma. I'm not saying that shit, because some people internalize and take shit different ways. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you ain't fucked up. That just mean you might display it in a different way. Everybody fucked up. Ain't nobody, and that's what I'm saying. Even me, man, ain't nobody on this platform, this panel, that's walking on this motherfucking flat or round earth. However y'all want to look at it. Somebody got something. Everybody got something wrong with them. Period. Point blank. Even the motherfuckers that y'all say is millionaires and billionaires, and the few trillionaires that we got. Something wrong
Right.
with everybody.
That falls back on the definition of normal. Like, it depends what your definition of normal is. Depends what your definition of success is. You know what I mean? It's little things like that have us divided. Definitions of words.
Not only definitions, understanding that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I can give you the definition of it, but do you understand? Are you really, you know what I'm saying, comprehending? Like we was talking about other
Like my
days.
brother Fox says, reading comprehension.
Like,
That's key. Hey, just because you can read words don't mean you know how to read.
Oh, you remember that? Cool.
Absolutely. What's good, Fox?
See, and that's what I was saying to Sean the Accord Lord. Not saying what you were saying was wrong, brother, but that's what I was saying. Yeah, they know what money is and what to do with it. Yeah, but do they really? You know what I'm saying? Everybody understands that money is printed and money has a certain amount of bullshit value that's been inflated and deflated and emphasized and made up and scrutinized and all this old other shit. You know what I'm saying? Made into to be a capitalistic tool of trade and all this crazy shit. Man, I can go on with a whole bunch of other motherfucking words and comparative analysis and analogies to compare it to it, shit like that. But yeah, they know what money is. And also, they know when they get this shit, we're going to spend this shit. Yeah, I think everybody know that. But can they understand that right now, if this money is what's so-called ruling or so-called, you know what I'm saying, making us do some of the shit that we do, like, why aren't we using our money to make that shit work for us? You know what I'm saying? As a whole, as a people, like, we have no fucking network of engagement as far as financial institutions to help us do shit. You know what I'm saying? If we go borrow some shit, we going to borrow some shit from a motherfucker that don't look like us. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, and we don't even understand how to go borrow the shit from motherfuckers that don't look like us. We don't even understand how to take their fucking money and make it work for us, let alone us get our own shit.
But I mean, listen, what making money is easy. Managing money, we spoke about this before. That's the glitch in the matrix. Is how do you manage this? Yeah, because you gotta make the little bit of money you got. You gotta make it make money. It takes money to make money.
That's
Man.
true, brother.
No matter
G,
what
brother,
you say, what you do.
that's right. That's true. No matter what you say or what you do, man, we gotta learn how to manage. Brother D, what's going on, man? How you feeling tonight, my boy?
What's the damn deal, dog?
Hey man, chilling, man. Trying to see if we can get black folks to realize that we need to fucking wake up and understand. Like you said, man, we as a people, we don't understand. You know, we have no economic literacy, man. We have no financial literacy, man. I don't think we. I think we think the dollar is a joke. You know what I'm saying? I think we just like brother Shandi Akula said, yeah, they know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? They know what it is. Yeah, they know how to spend it, but they don't know how to make it work for them. You know?
Already.
Mm, mm, mm.
Really. No, I was just saying that we, like as a people, you know what I'm saying? Like we have to get better at coming together instead of, you know, in the hood. It's always we from the same city, might be from the same side, yet we trying to tear each other down. Everybody got their little cliques and shit. You know what I'm saying? And instead of clicking up the right way, trying to do things the right way, you know what I'm saying? We clicking up against each other. And
So
we just need to stop that. It's been going on for so long.
But like, what is the real reason behind that? Like, is it jealousy? Like what the fuck is the real reason? I'm don't get like
It's
I
I don't
really
even
jealousy.
think
It's
the people
jealousy,
who
but
be
not the
clicking up,
definition of
I don't
jealousy.
even think they know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just
mm,
it's been going on for so long. People just caught up in a cycle. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I would suggest crabs in a barrel.
Right, right. I believe it's because you don't see too many, so it makes you feel if he made it, who am I? Oh
yeah,
man, I have no chance. I mean,
but how long
I'm saying that's just the feeling where like I'm not saying it's true, but that's what it looks like to me. Like, oh, if he made it, I don't have a chance. I
yeah, but
mean,
how long can we keep saying crab in the barrel? Like when we can see this shit, like and don't get me wrong, because it ain't, and I don't even want to get on the youth right now. I'm talking about even with the older guys, with the
Yeah.
people of our age that's
I
really,
don't even
you
want
know
to
what
talk
I'm
about that
saying,
one.
that's really in the financial place of understanding, and they really, and not all them motherfuckers know how to make that money work for them either, but goddamn it, they got enough to be in a place where they can, you know what I'm saying, make it afforded to them, where they can learn how to make their money work for them. That's why we get all these 30 for 30s with these athletes that go broke after they leave the fucking NFL and the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Now they ain't got no more money. How the fuck you ain't got no money? How? None? Didn't
That's
nobody tell you
crazy.
how to pay taxes? How fucking long are you playing in the sport, y'all? Come on, man. Even working a fucking bullshit 9 to 5, y'all know we pay taxes to the IRS. How the fuck you mean to tell me you don't know that you got to pay taxes on the money that you done made?
They not financially literate. You give them that
right.
money at a young age, they go get an agent, manager, or whatever, and all these people doing is
Feed moms,
embezzling
dad,
money from them. You
brother,
know what I'm saying?
sister. Right, absolutely. Right. Well, I mean, I feel like if we're talking about athletes, well, dude, let's just say basketball. If you've been a baller your whole life, that's pretty much all you know. So once you get in a room and you're hanging out with billionaires or multimillionaires,
Yeah, but
how you
as an
think they got
individual,
there? They gonna
but as an
scam you.
individual, man, as an individual, at one point, like even we not fuck an athlete. I'm a regular person, even as an individual. You leave your mom's house, you go to college. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you don't do too well, you come back, you get a job, you move out, you on your own. Man, I know it's motherfuckers out here, bro. I know personally that don't even know how to go out here and get their fucking birth certificate. That don't even know where to go to get their fucking social security card. Don't even
They
know how to
had
fucking
a
go get their
driver's
ID.
license.
And then when you're telling them, look, bro, it don't take shit but you to pick up your phone, Google these institutions that you need to go to, ask what you need to have, and get your ass up and get on a fucking bus. And even then, you can get back on your phone and you can Google the way to get there on the fucking app and carry your ass there and follow the instructions. It's simple. So even as an athlete, bro, I'm gonna let you go, Fox. Even as an athlete, bro, I still can't see how people are not taking the self accountability and responsibility to know that, goddamn it, you have to pay taxes on this money. You paying a manager this, then you paying an agent this. You done bought your mama a brand new house. You done bought you a car. You went out and bought some jewelry. You done went off and tricked off every fucking Saturday. You at a strip club. But you mean to tell me you learning how to live life, but you ain't learning what the fuck life is for real? That's crazy. Go ahead, brother Fox.
No, you hit the nail on the head. I just wanted to add. Can you hear me? Because I'm on these headsets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can hear you, brother.
but I tell usually close to the end of a school year, I tell students, you can get extra credit, a whole quiz grade recovered. you should just go to a library and get your library card. The reason I do that, and I'm gonna tell you the response I get from them, is because one, a lot of them say, I don't got a computer at home. I don't got no internet. 1,000 excuses. And you know, we come from Gen X days where if what you don't finish in the classroom, you got homework, my partner. And I think that's better because it supersedes you being down the streets or popping out with your homies. You got homework. So the response I get from most students is, well, you know, library not popping. I don't know what libraries in my area. What is a library? Why would I go to a library? So I'm just putting it out there. This is not reinforced by the parents because, you know, we got our special hangout spots and social networks, but we're not even teaching our kids how to do the basic things that you're talking about. So I'll yield there, sir.
That's crazy. What is a library? What the fuck?
Yeah, I had a student say, man, that costs too much. I said, it's free. Our taxpayer dollars pay for that.
Wow.
You just got to sign up.
If they can't do it on their phone, they ain't trying to hit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm...
But it's worse. Is if they can't do it in the classroom, it's not getting done. That's my point.
Right.
No extra reinforcement from the community.
Yeah, so
I mean, dude, it's sad to say that. It's sad to say the parents. That's why we have TV shows. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? You feel me? That's why. But those are the reasons why these are the reason why these shows exist. Because they understand. They have an understanding of. Watch this. All right, he don't know shit. I mean, like it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, but see, but then that's what I say. But it's still, like, you know, I don't get me wrong. Yeah, I'm going to credit the parents to a certain degree, but as an individual, man, once you start, if you know how to go out here and live life to the point where you can go spend your money frivolously, or know you need to hire an agent, or know you need to hire a manager, or know you need a lawyer, like. Where did the disconnect come in from the taxpayer? Where did the disconnect come in from you learning how to save money? You know what I'm saying? Where did we like how did y'all miss that part of the shit? You know?
That's social media though, to answer your question.
We all act like
no, but let me point another thing for you. I don't know if y'all, because I keep up with the Congress. Give me 1 second. I clip up with the Congress hearings. Do you know NPR and PBS is about to be shut down too next? So even if parents are not NPR and PBS, like WTTW, that's federal funding. Yeah. So things like financial literacy you're talking about that you would get for free normally on Channel 11 and stuff, that's about to get shut down too. So it's like the social media is taking over to the point where our youth and our elders, they're just consuming social media. It's not about financial. It's not about how do you change a tire, or you might find it in clips, but it was more organized when it was federally funded. Like my show is Nova to learn about the stars. That's about to get cut. So we're going to go pay for services to learn these things. And it comes back to that privatization you were talking about. Because I was listening to you on the way over back to my apartment.
Yeah. I was talking about the privatizations of the schools, man, the school system. So now if we privatize that, if we're not taking advantage of this public, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that all public school systems are bad, but at least take advantage of it, man. And parents, talk to your kids about taking advantage of these the other public school systems. Even if you didn't take advantage of it, don't do that to your child. You know what I'm saying, or your children, man, and lack on getting them to understand how valuable, you know what I'm saying, going to this public school is. And listen, I don't give a fuck if it's in a hellacious environment. If that's where you at, listen, we still got to go to school. We still got to get some type of learning. And be able to reinforce and back up. Even if you don't understand, have conversations with your kids. We don't talk, man. Ain't no family dinners. Motherfuckers come in the crib. All this shit matters. Man, motherfuckers come in the crib. And even to the parents that work. Bro, I get it. Y'all work. Y'all can't see the kids. And then when you come home on the days that you out for work, you trying to sleep, your energy it ain't there. You think that shit is just by a coincidence? No, that shit is by design. That shit is by design.
Exactly.
Turned out fine.
Listen, that man that is hard working and doing everything, working 2 jobs and don't get to see his kids, they instilled in him he don't have time to worry about the kids. That's the teacher's job, and that's where the disconnect happens. You feel me? A lot of parents, they say they want to help their kids, but if you're tired, and once again, that we always talk about, if I had this, I'd give back. 9 out of 10 people in the room, if they get it, they're not giving back. They're worried about their own.
But it's worse than that, because what you're dealing with is they have 2 jobs, sometimes 3, because they're trying to live a lifestyle. The adults I'm talking about. And then you have this sacrifice you need to make. Do I have a lifestyle, especially if I'm working 2 jobs, to take care of my kid in a way that will be beneficial for generational wealth? But a lot of people are not going to do that. And it goes back to what B is saying about the individual aspect or element in the situation. But how people going to make that sacrifice? Because some people think my mental health requires my me time, but you don't really get that as a parent.
And don't get me wrong, D. I went to public school. Hold on, man. Don't get me wrong, D. I ain't knocking the public school system. He said I went to public school and I turned out fine. I went to public school too, so I'm not knocking it. But what I am knocking is the parents, lack of communicating with their own children, on letting them know the importance of taking the time out to take advantage of public schools. Because again, public school is going to be the school system, man. They're cutting a lot of this funding. I don't hope, or I don't really think that it's going to go this way. This is just a narrative that we've been, pondering on, that once public school system is eliminated, it's going to be privatized. And if you don't make a certain amount of money, you're not going to be able to educate your kids, because even homeschooling is going to cost, and the curriculum that they're going to give you is going to be fucking expensive. And I spoke on the churches right now. Yeah, churches is still, even though it's private, but churches is still public. It's gonna come to where, goddamn it, you're gonna have to be making $200,000-$400,000 to attend churches. So now they're gonna cut it from the regular folks going to church. Regular folks ain't gonna even be able to praise or nothing. Now they're gonna separate, and then they already talking about, goddamn it, cutting the school funding with the food. They talking about giving the school canned meat. That put me back in the mind of that government cheese and that canned spam shit that they used to hand out. Like, this is what they trying to get the kids.
Yes, sir. I used to eat
that. They going to Congress saying that spam meat can be nutritional. So this is what we need to start giving. But guess what? They're gonna give it to the public school kids. But if it ain't no more public school, what kids are they feeding? They're gonna feed the less fortunate with it. And this shit is gonna create a whole new motherfucking depression cycle for a whole motherfucking community of people. You know what I'm saying?
They're trying to build employees, not bosses. That's what they're trying to create. Employees.
I was about to ask, can I speak on that? Because you remember most schools back in the day, going back to like 1960s and up, as far as industrial, even further then, was pretty much a training ground to get most of the youth involved in how to keep or maintain or even get a job, right? In the industrial age. Now, I want to take it even further. You talk about what's going on in the Department of Education. Department of Education is really higher ed. Like high schools, yeah, they're going to still function the same. But what's been happening, we talked about Project 2025 long ago. It's already been happening with charter schools and alternative schools, right? So think about this. If you're a military brat like I was and many others were, there were military bases that also had housing and had schooling. So what's going to happen to education? It's not going to go anywhere, but it's going to be more standardized. It's going to be more pretty much structured. It's not going to be this thing we're dealing with now. And that's the biggest worry, because now you don't have no leeway for creativity. It's just, this is what's necessary for our society. And that's how most military bases or military communities run. Imagine that happened to your schools.
Big facts. Big facts. So follow suit.
So D, you down in Houston. What's do you know what the school systems is like down in certain communities in Houston? Like what's going on in your area, your neck of the woods?
They all right. Well, the school I went to, it was a 4A school, right? The curriculum is okay, but it's behind like the school that's right down the road, which is Ramblette, right? Okay, so they have an advanced academic program than Bay City does. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, though, in the Houston area where I'm at right now, the school system has been taken over by the state. Okay, HISD is no longer in control of the school system. Greg Abbott snatched that from them. And so now, the Republicans basically control the school system down here.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, it's the state.
But then we're not even paying the teachers correctly. So, half these teachers don't really give a damn.
Yeah, but if you privatize it or you make it alternative or charter, they can't select which schools are going to give certain curriculums, kind of like the colleges in Chicago do. You get the City College of Chicago, where you go to one college, you learn welding. You go to another college, you learn truck driving. It's going to become the same way, and it's based upon what you think is best for you at the state level. Because that's the biggest issue. People think, oh, this is the destruction of the Department of Education in schools. No, what's going to happen is you're going to have somebody there that's not necessarily a degree professional. They might be from a trade. They might be. So it's good and bad to it. But now it really falls on the citizen at the state level and not federally funded to be uniform.
But I don't know. Here, this is a red state, so like all that critical race theory and shit, all that shit is out the window.
Right.
Like I say, it's state funded for right now. State and federally funded, but
you're right. They try to get Trump said, "I'm going to get rid of critical race theory." Heck, even the Air Force, they're getting rid of talking about the Tuskegee Airmen project and lectures.
I saw that, and that's crazy. Like you don't want y'all history erased. You want to re-erect these racist statues and shit like that, but you steady trying to erase our history. That makes no sense.
Yeah, just like I heard about something about the museum that's in Washington. I forgot the name of the museum. This is African American History Museum or some museum that's in Washington, some big. But last year I think like 1.2 million people visited this museum. I heard Trump trying to get rid of that museum and put more funding and more influences on the Smithsonian Museum. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like erase our history, erase our culture. Like, don't put too much funding and thought and emphasis into teaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, no, ain't no more teaching about this shit no more going on. You know what I'm saying? We ain't teaching that. We teaching this. That shit wild, man. But again, I'm glad we do have ones that know a little history and a little knowledge and that been held on to these things. So, we can, reciprocate and push these things back to the youth. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of those people are dying off. And I don't see too many younger people stepping up to the plate. You know what I'm saying? And again, like Brother Fox say, shit, he got kids asking what's a library. Shit, it ain't enough of us going to these libraries and digging into these books. You know what I'm saying? And learning this information so we can give it back to the people. So after a while, because they already say we don't read, like even in the state of Illinois, they say we read on a fucking third grade reading level. You know what I'm saying? So reading anything past motherfucking Dr. Zeus Cat in the Hat, we don't even understand in any fucking way. We always talk about reading comprehension.
Let me tell you a little story right quick. Okay. DJ Designs, that's my son, right?
Yes, sir.
He went to public library in Bay City. He was trying to look up some Black history stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yes, he came across this book that had like a lot of information in it from like the 1920s about Black people and the railroad in Bay City. Anyway, Black people like owned a lot of land in Bay City at that time, right? Back in the 1920s, 1930s, or whatever. So the lady wouldn't let him check out the book. She said the book had to stay in the library, right? So the next time he went back to the library to go access the book, it was gone. That's wild.
I'm a firm believer what they trying to do is out of sight, out of mind. Maybe he'll forget he cares. It's sad to say, but that's the way it comes across. You feel me?
But I'm a fictional person. I always talk about 1984, Orwell, and the Thought Police. But Be Good can expand on that one. It's like it's kind of happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's crazy. Damn. But do you think that's because, well, I know it's happening everywhere, but down there because you're in the southern state, do you think it's because it's in the southern state? Because I know a lot of southern states are really being strict on that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as, Black folks. Don't get me wrong. I get it. We still got our Atlantas, you know what I'm saying? And shit like that, Black Hollywood. And, we still heavy in these southern states, but they try to bring Jim Crow and all type of shit back down there. So do you think it's like a major factor
geographic, regional?
Yeah. You think it's a regional thing?
I think. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna ask Derek. Do you think it's more of a regional thing?
Nah, yeah, I definitely do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we stay in the deep south, so like all these small towns outside of the Houston area,
Mm-hmm.
that's where you find most of your racism and shit like that. And I'm not gonna say like it's directly in your face unless you go to like certain towns. You know what I'm saying? Then it might be like hardly no black people there, but it's just it's not directly in your face, but it's there. Like you can feel it in the air, you can feel it in the
Right,
laws, you know what I'm saying?
right, right. Where remember, dude, this is where white folks have their biggest stronghold is the South. If you want to take it back to like Civil War days.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Like I used to
they definitely push their agenda. But once again, like I'm from Miami, they don't tell you. It's not like it's right in your face, but like you know what I'm saying, you can feel it in the air if that makes any sense. Okay?
Nah, like when I was getting my restaurant together, right? I owned a restaurant in Bay City, right? It was called Big Homies. So I was getting it together. We had to get the building inspected, so we had to have the building inspector come out. So the business that was there had been there about 10 years before they decided to close their doors, and he found all type of shit wrong that we had to have correct the exit signs. Of course the fire extinguishers had to be changed out and updated. Electrical plugs, shit like that. He just want they weren't in code, and it was some hanging down from the ceiling. We had to have those removed. They were in the middle of the kitchen. We had to have those removed. Get GFIs. It was just like he was looking for everything. Even the mop sink, we had to have that shit changed because their mop sink was on the floor. We actually had to have one built in. I'm like, dude, you ain't gonna never give us the green light to get open. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, but do you think that was more about safety and rules versus just picking on? You know what I'm saying? Because I do know shit like that can be real strict.
I mean, it can, but seeing some of the other restaurants and how they were ran, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy that we got all that shit fixed. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I just felt like he was giving us a harder time because we were black, and maybe I had it misconstrued. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, I ain't trying to. Don't get me wrong. I ain't trying to turn it around and make you think it wasn't what it was when it was what it was. But I'm just saying, sometimes, we because I do think us as black people sometimes, or melanated people, you know what I'm saying. I do think we take offense to certain shit that I think we shouldn't really take offense to. Not I know personally to each his own, but I do think collectively as a whole, sometimes we take, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes it don't even be that, but we know, like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
yeah,
so
already. And that's how I feel. When you think about it, you might be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking this the wrong way or whatever. But yeah, I felt like he was just on our neck about certain shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's
okay.
part of the agenda, right?
I was
Where
just
the harder they make it, then the harder they make it for you, the more they hoping you quit. Not just a black man, anybody.
yeah, I'm so
They hoping you quit.
So for you as a business owner,
Yeah.
how was it like? So who do you deal with down there? Like, so how was it for you as a business owner, setting up your business? Do you feel it? Did you feel any type of, like you say, you could feel it in the air, but did that cloud ever come over your head at one point in time?
No, because I live in a majority Hispanic. Where so Miami is 70%,
Right. Yeah.
70% Cuban, 80% Hispanic.
Uh-huh.
So, but you do where I had to sign licenses and all kinds of shit to throw garbage away, and I don't have garbage, and I had to get like some health code shit. Where, dude, I work with acrylic. What the fuck do you mean? I need a special dumpster for what? I mean, where dude, they throw in a bunch of wrenches. Then I can't say it's race based, but they definitely want to see if you will quit. I mean, they definitely want to just throw little things in your way, dude. Where I mean, listen, every year I got to pay a county fee, a city fee, a state fee. What the? You know what I'm saying? We're like, God damn, just to start up costs you a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of money. Right? It's interesting, right? I mean, once again, everything around you is a business. Everything. So it's hard to work through it. Yeah, but like my brother over here, he has a restaurant where good food can't be denied. Good food
Yeah.
can't be denied. So Man, but yeah, dude, it's like I said, bro, where it's expensive. Like I'm saying, like, listen, I tell everybody go get an LLC. Right there, you're just getting a new fucking social security number. That's the only chance you got. You can't beat them. You gotta join them.
Yeah, but see, but like we've been saying, you know, that economical and financial understanding about what an LLC is, like even with the PPP shit. A lot of those folks, they got that money, man. Ain't nobody go get no LLC. They got that money now. They
got
trying
ribs.
to, yeah, they trying to figure out why people knocking at my door. Why am I going to court? You know what I'm saying? Why is that? Like, yeah, see, so that's the shit. Like, how do we get us to understand? Like, fuck talking about this shit and coming on these platforms, because I do listen, because I do a lot of watching that shit. And don't get me wrong, like I say, I'm trying to, well, I ain't gonna say I'm trying, I'm literally, you know, in the process, you know, trying to figure out how to make that shit, you know, correlate with the youth and with adults, you know what I'm saying, with this side of my community. But on the whole, like, what the fuck can we really do, bro? Like, cause this talking about this shit, like, and I know we can't just go out here and grab a motherfucker and say, man, bring your stupid ass home so you can learn this shit. Like, what is it gonna take for us to really
not be afraid to fail? That's really what it is. It's be the pioneer. I'm saying, don't look up to somebody. Be the one they look up to. And but that starts from a young age. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to have a vision, and I can deal with the system ain't gonna change. It's never gonna work on your behalf ever. Doesn't matter who the fuck you look up to. They ain't not gonna let that system. You know what I'm saying, they ain't gonna put no. You know what I'm saying, whatever word it is I'm looking for. But I mean, listen, you just gotta be the front runner. You know what I'm saying, where you put your best foot forward and let others see you do it. That's the only chance we got. You know what I'm saying?
So in Houston, man, so I know it's different, cause so Cito, you in Miami, D, you in Houston, you know, we out here in Chicago. What do you think the major, well, I ain't gonna say major, but what do you think what are some of the factors, you know what I'm saying, in each one of you guys place of residency? Like, what do you think the youth, like, what's on their mind out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it really the music that's leaning them towards this bullshit, or is it the lack of understanding at home with the parents, or is it a collaborative of all those things? Like, what do you? Because I know everybody ain't fucked up out here. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I think it's the music and the environment. You know what I'm saying? I know, like in the '90s, man, we was heavily influenced by the music. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to do what NWA was doing. We was walking around with Dickie suits. Excuse me. We was walking around, you know what I'm saying, with Dickie suits and shit.
Yeah. Right. Well, I think nowadays they just show you so much entertainment that they devalue hard work. You know what I'm saying? Where as young minorities, we want to be athletes, we want to be rappers, we want to be actors, we want nothing that you have to put your feet in the dirt for. Then like everybody.
It's a little different now though, because back then, like, we still had values. You didn't want your
right ethics and codes
out about what you was doing in the streets and you know stuff like that. You was trying to keep that home life separate from what you did in the streets. Today, these youngsters just don't give a damn.
Right.
Teens that was trying to stab their mama because she turned off the Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Yeah, like the 14, 15, and 16-year-old, she wound up surviving. That's crazy. She wound up surviving. But yeah, man, they stabbed their mother, man, because she cut off the fucking Wi-Fi.
Listen, dude, can I tell you a crazy story, bro? Where, listen, I went to a party once. This is crazy, by the way. I went to a party once, right? I knew the girl. Her name was Lauren. The guy's name I don't remember, bro. We went to a house party. He killed his mama and had her under a blanket behind the TV while we was in the house. True fucking story. Doesn't make me cooler. Doesn't make me a bad person. Dude, the body was just killed, so you didn't smell no when it was decomposing. Well, he threw a party with her dead in the room behind the TV and put a blanket on her. The next day, he's on the news right after the party. And everybody's like, what the fuck? Well, I knew the girl, and it was like, are you okay? She's like, I'm fine. But yeah, bro, I grew up with a friend that would be like, hey, Sam, make me a sandwich. Who the fuck is Sam? My mother. You call her Sam? Oh, no. It's, I mean, to me, it's just the internet where kids don't look up to grown-ups no more. A 15-year-old's hero is 18. An 18-year-old's hero is 21. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that OG status anymore because the internet's gonna tell you what's dope.
So where did that disconnect come from? Because
internet,
because we the OGs now. Yeah, so even with the kids, because I coach you football, even with the kids that's out there, there's still a disconnect and a lack of just having that energy to be competitive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, hold on, brother. It's like when we out there and we doing our thing and we in the middle of a game. It's like if the team spanking their ass, it's like they don't care. Oh well, it's like who cares?
Right.
Like where's that you know what I'm saying? That testicular fortitude. Where's that dirt? Where's
the internet, bro?
That's just a pride to want to, you know what I'm saying, be competitive. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker across from me is the same age as I am. He ain't no better. Like, where's that? It's like these, they don't.
The internet, because everybody gets a participation trophy. Yeah. Well, look, if you look at the NBA, they all high five each other. They all know each other. They love each other.
Well, not everybody.
But for the most part.
Not everybody. But then even with that, like, where like, you know, we speaking about the OGs, but the fathers, like, you know, we as men say, you know what I'm saying, a lot of men want to change this, that, and the third, but then like, where the fuck are y'all at? Like, I don't see many fathers dropping their kids off to football practice.
Right, you know because outside doesn't exist.
Many fathers at the games, and it ain't because they at work. Now, don't get me wrong, some fathers do, and I ain't talking about those, but you know, as a majority, as a whole, like these motherfuckers ain't nowhere to be found. And when they do come around, and when they do come to the games, guess what they doing? They arguing with the mama in front of the kids, like real shit. This is what I see. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. It ain't just motherfucking black folk, white folk, Mexican folk. I see it all, bro. I see it all. And I'm speaking for men in general, not just men as, you know,
I believe like outside, I guess, doesn't exist anymore. But I will say where I think it starts early in childhood for the simple fact, even if you're the dad, the mom, where if you give a kid a tablet, they stop crying. You know, parenting, you pick and choose your battles. Now it's very easy. Now listen, where now it's not do dishes to occupy your time. Now it's like, Mom, I'm bored. Here you go. Here's your tablet.
Yeah, but I can't make it seem, because my son sit here and play the game, though. My son will play the game too, but when it's time to put on this motherfucking pads in his helmet, it's go time.
Because you take them outside. A lot of parents don't go outside.
Go time. Well, yeah, but it seemed like that. Like, bro, you remember how we used to play in the rain, y'all? You can't even 30 minutes, bro. Listen to me. These kids can't be in the rain for 30 minutes. If they're in the rain for 30 minutes, man, I'm telling you, bro, motherfuckers need asthma treatment. They got to go to the hospital. They missing a whole 2 weeks. Y'all think I'm bullshit. They missing a whole 2 weeks of practice. They ain't nowhere to be found because they was in the rain for fucking 30 minutes, and now their whole fucking biological makeup is fucked up.
Say on the weekends, our parents used to put us outside with a jug.
And you ain't coming in.
I'm with D. I was about to say that. You was going outside.
That's it.
You was going outside. They would unplug all the electronics and be like, "Go outside."
Listen, you ain't coming in and out. Make a choice. Make a decision. You ain't coming in and out. So listen, so bearded. Where listen, so as father of 8 kids, you have 10, bro. But like you're outside with them. So my kids, my stepson, he has 3 best friends. When I tell you, when they play basketball, they've never played 2-on-2. Everything is a shoot around. When they play football on the street, they throw it as far as they can in their Crocs with a cell phone in their hand. Where it's not they thing anymore. This whole competition thing is like,
cell phone in his hand. Not with the cell phone.
I swear to God, to you, listen, bro. I looked at my kids, dog, where I'm like, yeah, motherfuckers never played 2-on-2. Because every time I see you at my house, all you do is shooting from 3. So I asked them, I'm like, how come y'all don't like compete versus each other? Dude, we used to have 5 people. We would play hustle or official QB, but we're competing.
But see, it goes back to like that's why I like working where I work at, because our students, we have to take their phones and stuff from all electronic devices so you can focus. And then the same thing goes true if you go back to what Big Good was talking about a minute ago, where the family dinners where I hate to say it, my pops was like, here's a basket, everybody put their electronics in there, and everybody had a cell phone. It went in that basket. And that's like maybe going back 20 years ago when I was still like doing stuff with my family. But it's like we don't do that no more. It's like we shove these electronics in their face. We want to go and talk to our friends. We want to, as adults,
chill. We didn't put my feet up. Right.
No, we don't even know
Right.
what's going on inside our kids' heads because we
Right.
still live in our own lives. But that's over when you make that sacrifice to have a child. That's the
Right.
key thing there. You don't
Yeah.
have that. I'm still being a silver fox, or I'm out in these streets. You can't do that no more because you got somebody depend on you that's learning from you. And these kids are like a lot of times they're sponges.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, kids don't listen; they watch.
Yeah. Hey, and the society's so fucked up. So have y'all heard about this? A toddler accused of being transphobic or homophobic and was suspended from a nursery. Have y'all heard about this?
Come on, man.
See, I blame it on the tablet. I blame it on tablet parents. Tablet parents.
Read
How
that
would the
one
kid
more
know about
time.
that?
Read that one more time. What the
That's a
hell? did you
tablet
say?
parent.
That's crazy. What did you just say?
It's not crazy. That's what happens. You shove a tablet in your kid's face.
Right. But dude, I never heard this before, and I'm sorry. I'm so intrigued. One more time, Bearded. What?
Toddler accused of being transphobic or homophobic was suspended from nursery.
He called his classmate an F word.
I don't know. So I'm gonna read the article. It says so a toddler who was accused of being transphobic or homophobic was suspended from a nursery. It says data from the Department of Education (DFE) showed a child of age 3 or 4 was suspended from a state school in the academic year of 2022-2023 for abuse against sexual orientation and gender identity, according to a Freedom of Information request (FOI) by the Telegraph. Although the school has not disclosed any further details of the incident, data shows 94 pupils, a state primary school, were suspended or permanently excluded from homophobia or transphobia in 2022 and 2023. It says 10 of these suspended pupils were from year 1, and 3 were from year 2, where the maximum age is 7. What the fuck? It also showed one child was nursery age, according to a newspaper. It says the latest DFE data from the autumn term in 2023 also revealed 82 pupils were suspended for the same reason. It says the data which has only been collected since 2020 and 2021 academic year. It said also showed that the number of pupils suspended or expelled for homophobic or transphobic behavior increased from 164 in 2021-2022 to 178 in 2022-2023. What's that about
2 or 3 years
14?
ago.
Yeah,
You said 23?
Yeah, no, within a year it only increased by 14, so it wasn't really. That ain't really a high issue. So it says figures for the auto term of 2023 reveal all suspensions, not just for homophobia and transphobia, increased by 41% among primary school pupils, and permanent exclusions included by a third. All pupils and staff should feel safe and protected at schools and should never face the violence or abuse, a Department for Education spokesperson told The Independent. So y'all out here really suspending, like, do they really understand? Well, they might.
Nah, it's Fortnite, baby. Go ahead.
Hey, so you know what? I was actually going to watch this last night. So it's a show on Netflix called Adolescence. I didn't get into it, so I don't know what it's about. But go ahead, Fox. Go ahead, touch on it.
Well, you touched on it. I mean, like you watched that show. I don't want to give away any of the thunder, but it's talking about what you're talking about. Yeah, you should watch it. It's a UK based film, but honestly, the kids are getting their information not from their parents. And this boy, when you watch it, he picked up ideas like red pill, blue pill, and he did some nefarious things. But he was like a juvenile. He was really young, and the parents were unaware. So now there's this thing where it's like if you don't manage what your youth is watching or seeing, because you want to, I guess you working 2 jobs, what you do whatever, and you're too tired to do what you're supposed to do, you run a risk of your child doing things like this. Yeah. Even at a young age, because I said like earlier, a child's brain is still not concrete. It's like Play-Doh. It is still forming. And if you're not doing that sacrificial thing where you're not hanging out with your friends or doing your cocktails and chills and you're focusing on what your child is consuming. Even when I told you about my son, there were certain times when I paid for his cell phone bill, I put on certain parental restrictions. It's something simple as that. And you can't see certain things. If you're not doing those things, then you're kind of
you don't care. Right. I mean, listen, there's a lot of parents that watch their kids play Fortnite. I'll give you an example, dude, where I hear my kid all the time be like, faggot. Where I asked him, I'm like, bro, you know what that word means? He's like, no. So why are you saying it? I don't know, because he just knows it's something that, that's insulting. Where these kids nowadays, where all of them, that's all you hear on the internet. I mean, listen,
but they don't know it's insulting. They don't know it's insulting.
Right. They just want to say whatever they think fits in the sentence. You know what I mean? We're like,
it's crazy, but I find it crazy that they even taking data on this shit. Like, why is that necessary?
Listen, like, because they let you reprogram the system.
Yeah, but see, I thought
algorithm. He's right.
Yeah, but when I see that topic, I thought they really was gonna delve into, you know what I'm saying? They trying to fool and trick me. So they was just talking about overall. I thought they was gonna actually speak about an actual
but you can't. But you can. It's a 4 or 5-year-old that just yelled out some racial slur or something derogatory. If I think I got that word right. Right, dude. You're just saying things to say things. It's part of their lingo. Then, like, listen, when we asked my son, he knew not to say the N word, but he don't know not to say the F word. Right. I mean, right. The F word's cool. I could use that word. The N word, not so cool. Well, he didn't learn that from me. You know what I'm saying? Where so it's crazy, right? You know what I mean? Where it's like, what the?
he might not learn it from you, but it takes a community, right? So
no,
you
right,
might have that
absolutely,
crazy uncle that's like, you effing, and and they think that's normal because all the elders are laughing about it. Then you go to the school setting, and it's like, oh, I'm suspended, or oh, I offended somebody, and he's like, what do you mean? I didn't even say nothing,
Right? Listen,
what you mean? As kids, like, what you mean?
No, when we were kids, we would insult each other by calling you're a vagina. Right. Oh, right. Nowadays, if you notice, the kids immediately.
Maybe that's what you was. We talked about.
Where I'm from, you call them a B word, right? F off.
I'm gonna say it got a little more rough than that,
No, but my point is, it never went to like put a finger in your ass. This dude, when I hear my kids yelling a Fortnite, this shit's weird as shit.
Yeah.
Like they be yelling something like, what the fuck?
You're right. My students do it all the time, bro. You're right.
Yeah. And I don't think they don't know how to cuss right. Hey man, rapper Young Scooter, man. I don't know who the hell Young Scooter is. Do anybody on the panel know who Young Scooter is?
Yeah, rapper from ATL.
Okay, you know who Young Scooter is, Cito boy?
That nigga, that's Big Scooter's son.
Okay, well, I don't know who he is, but rapper Young Scooter dead after jumping the fence in Atlanta police chase.
Oh no, I did not know. I didn't know. I thought we were joking. I thought it was somebody in the chat.
No, brother,
I didn't know.
You ain't hear the brother say he was a rapper from Atlanta.
Right, but all little people are rappers nowadays. My bad, I got lost in the sauce. Right, my bad.
But it's an article. I said rapper Young Scooter dead after jumping the fence in Atlanta. He said, I thought you was playing. This guy crazy. So anyway.
He hadn't been out in a while, though. I mean, I hadn't heard anything from him in a while. I mean, it's been 5-6 years since I heard him.
Okay, so he wasn't presently out here making music then.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
So do you know what happened in this foot chase? I mean, I was gonna read a little bit of the article, but do you know what like what stemmed him to run from the police or anything like that?
I guess they was doing like a neighbor had reported that it was like some pimping and narcotics being sold over there, or whatever. So she called the police, and the police got there, knocked on the door. Young Scooter caught out, and another dude caught out or whatever. But I think the other dude ended up coming back. But Young Scooter was trying to jump the fence, and they ended up severing the artery in his leg, man. And the 911. He supposedly called 911. So the 911 tape is like online somewhere of him speaking to the 911 operator. I haven't had a chance to listen to it, but at first people were saying that he had got shot by the police, but that wasn't the case.
Okay. So I thought it was an incident like that. So it says after signed to fellow lyricist Future and Waka Flocka Flame died on his 39th birthday in his hometown of Atlanta after injuring his leg while running from the police and jumping fences, according to authorities, as well as multiple media reports. It says the death of 39-year-old young scooter boy Kenneth Edward Bailey was confirmed by Atlanta Fulton County Medical Examiner Office, as Variety first reported. In a statement on Friday, Atlanta police, without identifying Bailey, said that they responded to initial reports of shots being fired at a home on William Knight Drive, Southeast, and that a woman was being dragged back inside. Once officers arrived, they knocked on the door. A male opened the door and immediately shut the door on the officers. The Atlanta Police Lieutenant Andrew Smith said, adding that the police subsequently condoned off the area to search it for the suspect. He says, during the process of establishing the perimeter, 2 males fled out of the rear of the house, Smith said. One male returned back into the house. The other male jumped 2 fences as he was fleeing. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. He added, just to be very clear, that the injury was sustained was not via the officers on the scene. It was when the male was fleeing. According to the medical examiner's office, Bailey was taken to Grady Marcus Trauma Center and died from his injuries. His cause of death was not immediately determined, with an autopsy pending. Born in Waterboro, South Carolina, Bailey entered the hip-hop scene in Atlanta at a young age, where he maintained a consistent presence during his commercial boom in the 2010s. Variety wrote. Besides appearing on songs by other rappers, Future and Young Thug, Bailey worked with Juicy J, Kodak Black, and Rick Ross. Speaking to Complex in 2013 about his creative process, Bailey said, "I don't really care what I say on a beat as long as it's about some money." Hey man, R.I.P. to Young Scooter, man. I don't even know who he is. I ain't never heard his music, but that's some tragic shit. Like y'all just in the crib chilling, man, and all of a sudden, you know, like see, and again, like that attention. Like what y'all doing that she running out the house and then y'all dragging her back in the crib? Like, why are you even around that type of shit? Like, what the fuck? For you to have to bail out, hit a gate, and fuck yourself up. You died running from the police. They ain't even get a chance. Not that I'm condoning the police doing the type of shit that they do, man. I literally just watched the police do some fuck shit earlier. Canton, Ohio police arrest a young man, and the mother was trying to get the rest of her kids in the crib. Don't get me wrong, the kids was talking reckless, but they got who they wanted to get in handcuffs. And the family was like, "Why you arrested my brother?" Shit like that. Police didn't want to talk. So the mama was trying to usher the kids back in the crib. Next thing you know, the police is didn't grab the mama, put her hands behind her back, cuffing her, then pulled that door open, pulled her 2 kids about the house, threw them on the ground, foot on the neck, cuffing them up, all type of shit. So I ain't condoning the police chasing them or doing nothing to them, but bro, you fucking died running from the police, hopping the gate. The other nigga came on your birthday, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. It like so obviously, see, this is what I'm saying though, man. Like our mindset, our psyche, you had to felt or know that some shit wasn't right or that y'all was doing some wrong shit for you to think about having to flee the scene just because they knocked on the door. Like, what happened to being calm? You know they can't come in your motherfucking crib. What happened to the dude going outside? Why he shut the door? Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you shut the door, hey, police shut the door, man. Woo, woo, woo. Then I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna lock and close the door behind me. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. They can't get in. They coming for an incident. Once you clearing it up, and don't get me wrong, I know how they come. But if that's the case, let them kick the fucking door in. Get a lawsuit. Because they not allowed in your house.
You know, they was probably high and shit though, so he paranoid, panic.
Right, young and dumb.
Nigga, he was 39.
I was tweaking, folks.
Right, just because you're 39 don't mean you're mature. It just means you're 39 according to the calendar.
I was tweaking, bro. I was tweaking.
Right. That motherfucker thought about some shit he did 3 weeks ago. I was like, oh no.
Don't be wrong, man. I just want to this is an RIP out to the family, but bro, like, you know, a lot of times, bro, like, what the fuck do we be having on our mind? Just like, man, when I read that article about the young man, bro, that stole some earrings and he swallowed the earrings. Man, this motherfucker gets to the police station and tells the police, y'all ain't gonna lock me up for the shit I swallowed, or something to that effect. Why the fuck would you even say that? Now they didn't put you through an X-ray. Now they see the rocks. Now they waiting on you to shit the diamonds out. Now guess what? Now your dumb ass finna get prosecuted for these diamonds.
You can't even say your homie snitch.
We can't. And again, y'all, I'm not condoning the shit that we doing, but why would you tell on yourself?
Yeah, because that's something that's something the internet got rid of. Ethics and codes, bro. Listen, they drop locations, they take pictures with the firearm, with the drugs. Like they got rid of ethics and codes, and I mean the basic most basic street knowledge. No face, no case. And what do? Get right up on the camera. Look at me. All right.
Y'all about no snitching, but be self-snitching like a motherfucker.
Like a motherfucker, nigga. That's a new charge. Like, I ain't no snitch if I tell on myself.
See, but again, that's why I was talking about the apps, y'all. That's why I was saying, like, man,
I was just about to talk about that.
You know, like how you say, like we don't know how to take advantage of our opportunities, man. Like, we need our youth get instead of using this technology to keep you fucked up, learn how to make these apps to where you can change some shit, where you can get you some money, where you can really, you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of being on an app, create the fucking app. Be the person that creates the app so that the rest of the world can
be the pioneer.
You know, yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna have to get out of here, y'all. But I appreciate you letting me on the panel.
All right, yes, sir, brother.
Hey, shout out to the 713.
Yeah, Big Houston in the building. Yeah, like brother. All right, brother. Yeah, but learn computer science, man. Learn, like I say, man, I'm taking the artificial intelligence class. Learn the computer science, man. Learn the artificial intelligence. Learn, you know what I'm saying? Learn the cybersecurity, man. Like I said, I got to get my homeboy back on and really get into it. You know what I'm saying? Learn these things, man. Right. Instead of
learning how to scam, learn how to stop the scam, and you'll be successful.
Technology beat us, which because that's what we're doing. We letting the technology beat us. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what's happening.
Instead of taking advantage of it, we letting it beat us. You know,
absolutely.
And right now, I'm glad Brother Fox do what he do with that STEM shit and teaching the kids robotics. And I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of my young melanated brothers and sisters getting into that. But we need them really seriously getting into it. We really need to be changing the narrative because, again, like I say, man, like we always talk about space, aliens, and all this extra shit and whoop the bam. Man, Saturday stream, man, I was talking with a brother, bro. We was talking about the ChatGPT. I read the article where the ChatGPT tried to download itself into another server and told the motherfuckers that made it, no, I ain't do that. Why would I do that? I'm not capable of doing that. Like, get the fuck out of here. We need to listen, man. If y'all watching right now, man, parents, get your kids into some type of coding. Get them into this computer. So I ain't saying they got to be the motherfucking brainiac of it all, but just a foundation, man. Just a basic understanding go a long way. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it open up different avenues and different understandings. You know?
Yeah, bro. No, I wouldn't try to cut you out. But you talking about the supreme reason for cybersecurity, because honestly, we talked about it with that show. A lot of these jobs, they're going to be automated. And then on top of that, I don't know if you paid attention to the news, because I do. Trump and his boy Elon, what happened was Signal, you know about Signal, it's like kind of like GroupMe. They got in trouble because they were giving away confidential information over an app. So it's like everybody's going cyber. Huh?
Yeah. I heard something about and a lot of banks and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Zelle. I heard yeah.
So if you don't understand what's going on behind the scenes, you're gonna get left behind.
If we go to war with China, there's not gonna be a single bullet that flies. Don't forget that. It's not gonna be man on man, mano a mano. No, it's gonna be a cyber war.
Shit, if they hit this land, it will be.
Right, but I'm saying, but they don't have to. It's gonna be a cyber war. If I could turn off your lights from here, I don't need to bomb you. Type shit, you know what I mean? That's just like a metaphor. I don't mean it.
If I could turn off your car, you can get to work.
Right, exactly, right. I'm saying?
That's why I ain't got no electric car. Goddamn it, y'all better keep.
Listen, my brother. Listen, I don't know if it's a generational thing where if one little battery in my regular car shuts the whole bitch down, I'm not driving with 8 of them. Fuck that. I'll spend money on gas.
Yeah,
I trust
I'm saying, man. Like, what it's about, man. Like, so, and again, like I say, that's so the technology, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. We always want to say we're technologically advancing and shit like that, right? But in essence, are we really using that technology to advance?
The technology is advancing, not us.
Not us.
Right. Listen, I wanted to ask you a question though. You brought up something about like the police. So I was talking to shout out G Money. He's probably in the chat somewhere. Well, listen, he mentioned something to me, which is very interesting. So I want to get y'all opinion on it. He asked me, he said, what do I think is the biggest problem with police shootings? I told him where racism. I don't really know. Right. So he told me, he said, bro, this is what happens when you bring the military. Once you're military minded and you have to police a regular street in your country, you're more on edge.
So I would have to pull the stats on that. So actually,
he did. That's where I was going with.
So well. I wish he was here to show us those stats, but
maybe he'll get on the panel. I think he's here. That's why I brought it up.
I would have to pull the stats on that because I did hear something about
78%.
And most police,
78% of them are ex-military.
God, brother, damn, hold on, brother. So I did hear and see something where it said most police shootings happen from police officers who have been ex-military. So now, are they trying to say that is that PTSD trauma, or is it some type of psychological disconnect that's going on with these military motherfuckers or military individuals, so that it doesn't correlate on the street? But then again, because now I think that's just a way. So now, even with those stats, like you said, the 78%, is that a way to divert it from being racism?
Well, listen, that way you don't see black cops shoot black kids or white kids.
That's what I'm saying. So is that a way? So is that a trick? Is that a way to divert it from saying that it's racism? Of course, like, you got all these other things implemented inside of the DEI. I don't even want to get off into that because that's how I'm gonna end the show with an article about that. But getting into it about, like, come on, man, get the fuck out of here. And even if it is, why are we hiring ex-military motherfuckers who we know could wake up at any time and fucking be triggered by a lot of the crime and the things that they might see on the streets, especially if they actually did tours and duties and been in fucking war. And you know how we see how motherfuckers wake up in the middle of the night sweating when they hear certain sounds and they grabbing their guns and shit like that. So now you mean to tell me y'all are giving these motherfuckers jobs to police the community? And so basically, and then they supposed to get psychological evaluations and they know their history and past. So basically, you putting these motherfuckers out here on the street for them to kill because y'all taking the stats and y'all know.
Right. I mean, right. Listen, where you're giving them something back for coming back. Oh, if you defended my country, you can defend my city streets. You know what I'm saying? But people lose sight on the fact that this man was trained to kill. If he was in a war zone, there was bullets flying back. So you're always going to be on edge. But listen, so I only mentioned it because when he told me that, dude, I had to look it up. I don't do much homework, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Right, where it makes sense. Where now, I'll also keep in mind where most of your military is going to be white. Listen, you don't see black, not to pull the black card, but you don't see black cops shoot anybody. Because they understand the struggle. They understand what their job is. And it has nothing to do with the color of your skin, but it does. You feel me? If that makes any sense. Like, you don't see that. You don't see a black cop on TV that shot a kid. Because if he sees a little black kid, he saw himself as a kid.
And again, this ain't nobody on the panel police badge and saying that police. Or we're not saying we need to defund the police. We're not saying that we don't need the police. That's not what we're saying at all. We just saying, because listen, we understand that there's a bunch of different bad apples in a bunch, and we know it's not all. And I would be wrong to get up here and say that when I'm trying to defend my melanated people by saying that we all not the same, and that it's not all of us that's ignorant and out here and that don't know how to, what I'm saying, be productive citizens in today's society, if that's the proper word or term that we're going to use. You know what I'm saying? So of course, that'll be a total oxymoron for me to come up here and say, "Oh, all police are bad." No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, certain cases, certain instances, and then with just the defending, with just the comment of them saying that these are military people and most of the shootings happen from military people. But again, y'all know this shit. So are y'all purposely hiring military people to do this shit?
I think they hire them just to give them some get back. Here you go. Thank you.
No, I see. Now that's some bullshit. I don't think they hiring for no get back. So you on some surface.
What do you mean? What do you mean? When I say get back, I mean in the sense of thank you for defending my country. Here you go.
No, that's some bullshit. No, hell no. See, no. Sometimes you be on point, but that you ain't on point.
No, I mean I'm asking.
In my opinion, that's some simple surface bullshit that you're saying. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm giving you a job because you defended my country. That's some bullshit. No, because as a whole, veterans are fucked up out here. Veterans don't get shit or receive shit. There's so many things veterans are fighting for. Hell no, that ain't what it is. Nigga. I'm saying, I think again, it's because they know they psychologically fucked up, so they're gonna put those people out here on the street to so-called serve and fucking protect where they ain't serving to protect. Like I say, they get triggered. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain things. And again,
how is it with a purpose?
Duh, you not understanding the conversation? You can't hear too well? I'm just saying, brother, I've been saying that for the past 15 minutes. That's why I said, or is it, or did they put that stat out there to try to divert their attention from it being rational?
But isn't that the same thing I said? Where here's your get back for defending our country? Go run the streets.
You talking about some get back? Well, how was that the same thing?
I mean, it's the same thing. If they're hiring them on purpose, they're giving them their little get back.
Hiring them, what do you mean giving them their little get back? I'm talking about hiring them on purpose for destruction. You talking about hiring them on purpose because they serve the country. That's no. The purpose of the hiring is for destruction. It's because I know they psychologically fucked up and they can't handle certain things out here on the street. It ain't because I'm giving them an opportunity because they done serve my country. Get the fuck out of here, Cito. Come on, Cito.
I mean, listen, but I'm asking, bro. I don't know.
No,
I'm asking in the sense, if you patrolled, if you defended my nation, right, I'm gonna believe that you could protect our streets. I don't know how much they're looking into the, like you said, the mental illness. I don't think they're looking into that. As long as you pass this little test and you know your laws, I think you're good to go.
But if that's the case, Cito, any regular citizen can be a police officer.
But did you defend the country? Did you put your time in?
Well, see, but defending the country and defending your country and defending, serving, and protecting people is two different things.
Right, but I don't think we're agreeing. We're agreeing.
No, because I don't think a military person is qualified to defend the streets of their city, due to the overextensive training. I'm not gonna say qualified. I don't think the mindset of the simplicity of defending a person's a personal person's right, I don't think it correlates. That military shit is something different. And is
it the police is kind of your military?
And next time I have Maniac or a certain military, I'm gonna ask their opinion on it. But for me, I think that that military shit would be something different. And then again, and also you got to think about it. That's why I said, even though I wasn't shitting on your idea, but I'm shitting on your idea. But look what I'm saying, because most police officers are white, and the 78% of these motherfuckers who did this shooting, I guarantee you, it's a small percentage of it that's even black. So that's why I said, is it a way of diverting attention from these shootings being racial? And you keep saying,
I'm saying, could two things coexist?
No, two things don't. No, they not coexisting. I ain't even finna let that happen right now. Now I'm being one-sided and I'm being biased. No, hell no. And you can say I'm being pro-black if you want to. Right now, yeah, that's what I'm being, because the shit just don't make sense. Logically, that shit ain't making no sense. No. I mean, that's just my opinion, man.
I'm just saying, in the sense, if you're used to protecting, if you come back, right, that's the perfect line of job for you. If you know what I'm saying, if you was in ex-military and you come back, so it gives you the same feel. You put a uniform on.
If that's the case, hire every motherfucking civilian that ain't never been to the military, that's the police, and make all the city police military personnel that's retired. If that's the case, if they better suited, equipped to defend us, fire all civilians who ain't never been to the military, that's the police, and only make the police forces of America retired military personnel, if they better suited to defend us.
But nobody ever said better.
You just said.
I didn't say they were better. I'm saying that this is what was brought up to me, what makes it worse, not better. Right, where that part of the issue is that they come back, they have their PTSD, they want to put on a uniform and they want to defend. Right, like I said, bro, this was just something that was brought up to me. It's not my personal opinion. I mean,
well, when you said what you said, that was personal. You ain't say he said it. You was speaking.
I started the conversation off. I had a conversation.
You had a conversation, but as the conversation went on, you gave your own personal monologue.
I have not given a personal opinion yet.
Okay, well, if you don't know that you gave your opinion on it, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But anyway, man, we done reached our time. It's 11:03, and we about to get up out of here, man. So, hey, Fox was coming back on the panel, but he popped back off. I was gonna let the brother close us out, but since he got up out of here, man, Cito boy, go ahead and close us out for the night, man. Give the people a few words of inspiration, man. It was some good conversation that we had. Big ups to Derek DeMore for hitting the panel tonight, man. Big ups to you, brother. Make sure y'all go check out Spin the Block Media channel. Big ups to DJ Design that was in the chat. That's his son. I just found out today. You know what I'm saying? That was his, you know, they were relatives. But Fox is back. Before we get up out of here, Fox, did you want to say something? If not, close us out.
I'm gonna try to say it quickly because my internet acting stupid. But great show. Keep the movement going as far as information, and man, take care because Comcast giving me a headache. But keep it going. I'll try to get up with you tomorrow.
All right, brother. Yeah, most definitely. Peace and blessings, y'all. Hey, Cito boy, close us out, my boy.
Lead in love over like and follow. Learn to love those that love you and understand you ain't never been richer than you are right now.
Right now, man. Like he say, learn to love the ones that love you, man, and you ain't never been richer than you are right now, man. Hey, again, it's always a blessing, man. With my bag, he don't like the master teacher. It's always a blessing with Brother Fox that hit the panel, man. Big ups to that brother, man, for getting up every day and putting his feet to the ground as far as getting in there with the youth, man, teaching them this robotics, this STEM, this mathematics, you know what I'm saying? Big ups to Cito boy, man, waking up every day, you know what I'm saying, instilling the values and certain morals, you know what I'm saying, inside of his young men, you know, that he raised in his community, meaning his sons or whoever else that he might touch. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to all the brothers, man, the football coaches, the teachers, men and women that's in their community making a change and that's making a difference, man. Peace and blessings and respect to you, man. Again, man, big ups to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video. And big ups to all my moderators, man. And peace and blessings to the chat, man. Like I tell y'all every night, man, it wouldn't be no y'all without bearded. Would be no bearded conversation without y'all, man. So I'm going to leave y'all how I came to you, man. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. One last time for those in the back in the peanut gallery. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. And don't forget those 5 key components of life, y'all. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. One more time for those in the back in the peanut gallery. Love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. All superheroes don't wear capes, but they still need their theme music. So with that being said, man, to all my beautiful people, all my superheroes, and all my Beardonians.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a job. He won't even pay. Hard work and dedication. Ain't no judgment. We just having conversations. Ain't no need for fun.
Hey, man, y'all know what it is, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight, man. If you just getting here, man, hit that like button for me. If you just getting here, if you new, hit that subscription button. Hey, don't forget to check your boys out, man. Every Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. Central Time to 11, man. Every Monday through Thursday for Bearded Conversation, Real Men Talk. And also, man, don't forget to tune in every Friday for Bearded Studios, Real MCs Talk from 9 p.m. Central Time to 12, man. Make sure y'all tuning in, man. Y'all know what it is. Good music, good vibes, good conversation, man. It's all about positivity here on Bearded Conversation. Hey, and don't forget to tune in every Saturday, y'all. Y'all know what the time, 11 p.m. Central to 5 in the morning, man, where we spinning, man. Hey, also, big shout out to Lynn Chicago, Pizza, Dan, Soul Food, and Bakery Cafe where grown folks play, Urban Lux Cafe, and the House of Health and Wellness, y'all. Hey, big ups to all my melanated businesses out there. Big ups to all my melanated brothers and sisters out there, man. Peace and blessings to everybody. I love the family, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Same black time, same black channel. Talk black to me, y'all.
For the motherfucking fame. It ain't a radio station. And no one here hates. See, we give an opinion on what the fuck we heard. I can get annoying. The public get on your nerves. But you gon' be okay. We here to brighten up your day. From the first day of June
to the last day in May. Hey, man, y'all know what time it is. Good night, Miss CC. Good night, Fox, man. Good night, Cito. Hey, white boy, man, I see you in the building, man. Hit that like button for me, brother. You came in late, man. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. We be back with Toxic Tuesday. We in the building, man. Y'all know what I like to say. Those that fuck with us, fuck with us. Those that don't
fuck with us anyways.
Y'all know what it is, man.
We're gonna get the timing right.
You can't get that timing right, man. I think you a little
I get excited.
Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Peace and blessings out there, chat. Hey, don't forget to tune in tomorrow for Toxic Tuesday. Hey, we will be back. Hey, man, a big up to Cito boy, man, my resident Dominican from the Dominican Republic, man, with this outro music.